it going, everybody? Welcome to MaffmanJones Movie Reviews. I'm your host, John Maffio. Today's video is going to be a double feature because I'll be reviewing two films for you today, Dallas Buyers Club and Out of the Furnace. Whether this is because I'm trying to be a lazy and complacent artist, or I'm actually a very busy college student, I'll let you decide the reason why. But let's start with Dallas Buyers Club. This one stars Matthew McConaughey, Jared Leto, Jennifer Garner, and a few other people. And the movie basically takes place in 1985. Matthew McConaughey plays this rodeo dude, and he's very selfish and arrogant, and he's diagnosed with AIDS because he's really big on sex. So when doctors tell him that he has 30 days to live, he starts to have a change of heart, and he goes through his character arc through the course of the movie. He meets Jared Leto, who's a transsexual, and I'm not going to say anything else. Basically, he starts selling drugs to people who have AIDS, called the Dallas Buyers Club. Right off the bat, I would say the Dallas Buyers Club is a good movie. It has really good performances, some great performances in there, which I'll get into in a little bit. It's well composed. It's well paced, too, for a 2-hour movie, or a little bit over of what it was. And overall, I was engaged. Matthew McConaughey gives a great performance. I think better than Mud, in my opinion, because I was more engaged in this character in this film than I was in Mud, even though Mud was also a good movie. Jared Leto was incredible. I almost forgot that he was a guy that actually has a band, 30 Seconds to Mars. I didn't know he had the women in him. The film doesn't shy away from enlightening its audience about what happened in the 80s and people's ignorance of sexuality and sexual orientation that wasn't straight, and what the mistreatment that went on. And I appreciated that. Unfortunately, though, I feel like there wasn't that much more to the movie. It's a well-made movie that's obviously going to get a lot of recognition for Oscars and the Academy Awards, but I frankly didn't find much to it other than what was actually there on the surface and some morals that were hidden underneath. And that's all good and dandy, but I needed more from the movie to actually make it a great movie. Dallas Buyers Club is a one and done, a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Well-made movie, forgettable though. And now on to Out of the Furnace, which stars Christian Bale, Batman, Casey Affleck, Zoe Saldana, Woody Harrelson, and Forest Whitaker. It's been a pretty crappy day in New York today. It's been raining and it's been very bleak and dark and gloomy, and that's what this movie is. The plot of this film centers around Christian Bale and Casey Affleck, who are brothers, and they live in poverty, and they don't have much opportunity in life. Christian Bale's character is a mill worker, and Casey Affleck just got back from the Iraqi war, so he's a veteran, technically. Casey Affleck, out of desperation, gets into some trouble, which causes Christian Bale to want to have some vengeance. There's nothing in here that makes you want to laugh. Everything is just serious and dark, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, I saw Prisoners earlier this year, and I loved that movie. But something was missing from this film, other than that bleak darkness, because sometimes you need something else, and something was missing. But, however, I was very engaged by Out of the Furnace, because of the performances mainly, and the story was somewhat engaging too, which has sort of a vengeance plot line, but the way it unfolds was different. Maybe not revolutionary, but I enjoyed what I was watching. As I mentioned before, the performances from the main cast were stellar, and definitely the strongest aspect of the movie. Standouts include Casey Affleck, who has a couple very memorable scenes, and Woody Harrelson plays a very, very mean antagonist, this inbred freak, and he was terrifying, and every time he was on screen, he had this presence that reminds me of the Joker in The Dark Knight, where I was scared to death of what he was going to do to characters that were interacting with him. The movie is also very well composed, like Dallas Buyers Club, and it has a good direction that keeps you engaged throughout the entire experience, because I was very engaged because of the performances and Christian Bale, who gives a good performance too. But the movie is mainly very atmospheric, and if you're looking for a movie like this, which is gloomy and it's going to make you feel depressed by the end, then you're in for a good time. Otherwise, don't watch the movie, because if you're not looking for that type of vengeance movie that has redeeming value, you're not going to get it here. It was a reminder for me of last year's Killing Them Softly for two reasons. One, because it basically embellishes the harshness of reality, and two, it takes place in 2008, right before Obama got elected. I wouldn't claim Out of the Furnace to be an entertaining movie. It is very engaging, though, but you have to be in the right mood to watch it. And for what the mood was for today, it certainly fit, and I was engaged. But just like with Dallas Buyers Club, this movie is a one and done. A 4 out of 5 stars. And now I'd like to know what you guys thought of either movie. What did you think of Dallas Buyers Club or Out of the Furnace, or both if you've seen both? Either or, let me know in the comments down below. Please subscribe to MaffmanJones so you'll never miss a review from me again. Like the video if you enjoyed these reviews, And check out Facebook, Twitter, and We Live Film links in the info box. I'm John Maffio, aka MaffmanJones, and I'll see you guys next time. And now on to Out of the Fetus. Fetus. What? How did I get fetus?